Hey everybody, clearing. All right, this is going to be a divine feminine check-in. So let's get one card for my viewers. What do my viewers need to know about where the divine feminine is at this time? Third chakra. So I think we actually got solar plexus chakra for the feminine the other day, but here we go again. So helps us to realize who we are and who we want to be, so we can set a course forward to our goals. So yeah, divine feminines have been getting this message lately. Nice sync with the yellow headband. To emulate more of what we see in the divine masculine in our own lives. If they're not showing up, to include that stuff now instead of waiting. Because we do have an affinity with our counterpart, bringing more of the things that are fully us, fully them into our life creates that sense of deep fulfillment that we can nurture in ourselves and who we want to be. So yeah, it's beautiful. We do love people and see things in people that inspire us, and this is part of the mechanism of it. To realize who we are. We are love for sure. So divine feminines are more and more realizing who they are and what they want to be in this world. But let's jump into what are the divine feminines thinking about this connection. What are they feeling on the heart space? What are they wishing for this connection? What action are they taking? I just keep hearing over and over, where my divine feminine at? My head today. What are the biggest challenges for the feminines? The spirit guided solution for those challenges, and what is the direction of the connection in the next few weeks from the divine feminine aspect? And what would the divine feminine say to their divine counterpart about all these things? Ooh, I'm being asked to do one more, since I know most of my viewership, like, I don't know, 70 to 80% of my, 85%, it fluctuates depending, is feminine. What can we see for energetic support? All right, so divine feminines, thoughts on the connection. Too many people being involved, but it's clearing. So this is a karma clear out card. 5 of Wands in the reverse for me is taking actions to eliminate too many things being a factor. So yeah, overcoming mindsets, overcoming struggles by making changes, living more in alignment. So this connection, if you're a divine masculine watching, your divine feminine is making major changes in their lives that might seem subtle to other people, but that will open up the potential to be more together with them. They are making space in their lives. So whether that's people that would be an issue, living situation, belief structures, they are clearing that out. 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. They're doing the inner work to see what will help them take their life to the next level. So they are releasing anything that holds them back from being a free spirit, spontaneous. They're accessing their own abundance, needing to get, if they have to go through any kind of channel for permission to live their lives the way they want, they are making those changes. What would they say to you? It feels right to them. So they are making the changes that feel right to them. So regardless, divine masculines, if you see your feminine making major changes or uncharacteristic changes, or you fear that they're doing things for you in some way, if there's some insecurity that way, then just know that it truly feels right to them in their own right, and it's not because of your connection. Not fully. I mean, of course, they love you, right? But it's not first and foremost because of your connection. These changes that are occurring, it's because they're doing the work. And it's a proof you're more alike than you once suspected. If your feminine is making changes that feel uncanny, like I heard the Jaws shark dun dun. If your feminine is dun in your world, it's because they're making changes that feel right to them, and coincidentally, it's bringing you into further alignment. Dun. What are the feminines thinking on the conscious mind for the masculines? Well, they do want this. They do wish for this. They do want what is very much going to make them happy. But here we have the Six of Swords in the inverse. So it's on their terms. Again, another repeating message here. They are doing the things that make them feel like progress is coming. They are moving the energy in their own right to make progress. And that doesn't mean that they necessarily are adhering to what this connection has indicated or what you've said or the things warranted. They're doing the things that truly feel right to them. Flow master. It did come out in the reverse. So this is my Queen of Wands card as well. And so this is their glow up. They are looking for ways to affect change, positive change in their own life without waiting, without depending on you, Divine Masculine, for that instruction, but doing it because it's their essence, doing it because it makes their heart sing, doing it because it feels right for them. And they are learning to come into their own and go with the flow, even regarding what you would have to say about it or not. They are choosing them above all things. And yes, it does sometimes look frustratingly like they are doing it for you, Divine Masculines. But even though it works out perfectly when they choose themselves, they are ultimately doing it for themselves. What can we see for the Divine Feminine's heart space about these connections? Oh, Temperance and Page of Swords, the truth. They have balanced out. Your Divine Feminine has come into a level of healing where they know their truth. So whatever you're experiencing on the journey, Divine Masculines, your Feminine is, if this is a true Divine counterpart, the reason they're not chasing, the reason that they're not imbalanced, going above and beyond, doing all of that right now is because they've found the truth of emotional equilibrium and compassionate non-attachment. This is where they are ready, willing, and able to show up and meet you with all their heart. But it takes two, and they know it. They're not going to convince, force, persuade, sell this connection on you, Divine Masculines. They're just wanting to meet you in that energy with open receptivity. I have what it takes for the long term. So your Feminine really does believe that they have come into this balance and they know their worth. They know they've got what it takes for the long term. Divine Masculines, they know that come hell or high water, they love you. And they have balanced out to the degree that none of your fickle moods, I just heard, will influence their happiness. They've found their truth, their balance. And so now they can truly partner, and they know it. What do they feel in their heart space for you, Divine Masculine? Oh, Four of Wands. Ooh, and the Devil. There is so much sexual connection, sensual connection, but they do know that there is a immovable truth. They know that as much as they want union, foundation, this connection, this incredible opportunity in love, that no matter what they do, they cannot do it just on their own. It takes two, and you have your own free will. So they can only do their best. They can only bring their best to the table. And they know on their heart space that it has to be completely voluntary on your part. And you must come through all of the gates of perception, all of the illusions, all of the paranoia, the mindset, the acceptance. You also have to meet them there. It is what it is. They cannot change that they love you, Divine Masculine. They cannot change that they feel you are their perfect match. And so they know that until you reciprocate that, until you also believe that, it is the last thing on the planet that they would wish to do, is to force you into it. And it is what it is. I'm hearing you are safe, Divine Masculines. What are the Feminines wishing in their own life right now? Eight of Cups. They're gone but not gone. They don't want to force anything. Exactly. In their whole lives. So this love has tempered your Divine Feminine into being chill, mellow, not forcing, they're gone but not gone. So Divine Feminine's watching. This is an energy of not being in absolutes, not being in spastastic duality, finding the middle, finding that balance point, not saying always or never anymore, but just balancing out and taking it as it comes, one day at a time, one moment at a time, showing up, being present. This is beautiful. This is an energy that I've been feeling personally very strongly for the last couple of days, and I think it's beautiful that it just came out. I feel stuck in the reverse. So Divine Feminines are not stuck entirely, but they know they don't want to force anything. So there's this acceptance of where things are at right now, that just because these connections aren't appearing to move forward necessarily in the physical at this time, the feminines themselves don't have to feel stuck. There is so much independent motion here, letting go of mindsets that hold back, letting go of things that keep us stagnant, letting go of not making decisions because of uncertainty with how they'd affect the connection, but continuing to live, continuing to move through the energy. 1111. What are they wishing for this connection in particular? Ooh, King of Wands in the upright. Sexy time, I just heard. They know that there is no one that they are more sexually compatible with, intimately compatible with. They are really wishing for you to come into your power. But see that lightning bolt? For you to know, for you to honor this connection. The Four of Swords in the reverse. This is the sinking in, integration, third eye. This is like lower arcana high priestess, the be still and know, letting it sink in. Your Divine Feminine is wishing that you just let this connection sink in. The Four of Swords is after the Three of Swords, which is heartache. So they're hoping you're healing right now, Divine Masculines. They're hoping that you are getting the higher understanding, the wisdom, that you are thinking about things, feeling it on the soul level so that it supports you, so that you see how much love is here, so that your tender heart is healed, so that you're not so overwhelmed by this connection. I feel so much that I do not say. They want to say to you, Divine Masculines, they love you. They are rooting for you. They are sending you so much love and nurture and so much acceptance for whatever you need to do right now, Divine Masculines. It can be really intense, but your Divine Feminine is wishing that you're seeing the signs and synchronicities, that you know the love across space and time, that it works with your energy to soften and to cause you to embrace this eventually, or now, out of nowhere even. Your Divine Feminine knows so much they don't say, and they're just sending you nothing but love. What are the Divine Feminine's actions in their own right now? Strength, ego balance, Three of Cups. So Three of Cups in the reverse. This can be third party situation. So if your Divine Feminine has been in a karmic situation, whatever level they're at, they are seeing how that karmic situation isn't for them. If they have been dating multiple people, that energy is starting to streamline. Some, pardon me, some have been telling themselves it's okay to focus on this love, that it is their humble truth, and that they don't have to tell themselves absolutes about it. Where there's a will, there's a way. They're seeing the big picture. They're looking at everything with self-forgiveness right now. They also know that you may have gone to rock bottom. So there's something about third-party situations. Your feminine is trying to balance out that they haven't screwed this up. So I'm getting a message specifically for Divine Feminines who maybe slept with somebody else, or there was something with another person and they saw that coincide with you going rock bottom. There's two messages. One, if you're in rock bottom, Divine Masculine, your feminine is going to be seeking connection elsewhere, potentially, because your energy won't be attractive. Sometimes it's a catalyst with third energies for comparing and contrasting. So your Divine Feminine is also understanding that you've got to handle your energy. Some are admitting they were at rock bottom about this connection, or that this was the furthest they will be from you, and they don't want to be apart with other people anymore. Even if they're open to that, they don't want to choose anyone else over you. So they don't want you to think that all is lost. They don't want you to think that you have caused them to be lost. They want you to know that humility, strength, empowerment overcomes all devil energies, and regardless of what it's looked like with other people involved on your side, on their side, the different phases, that it will never be an absolute. This rock bottom card is saying, divine masculines, that your divine feminine, there is nothing that they won't or couldn't come back towards you with. We already got the 8 of Cups, which is gone but not gone, so they are leaving the door open. Actions towards this connection. Emperor, okay, King of Swords in the reverse. So they're trying to stay composed, in control, even though they don't know the truth about something here. They don't know how it will all work out, but they are standing tall. They're letting this whole journey support them, even in the uncertainty right now. And so they are giving the benefit of the doubt. They're leaving the door open. They are staying in their composure. They may not be communicating right now because they may feel like the ball is in your court. They're giving space. They don't know how it will work out, but I'm getting the feeling they want it to more than ever. Real love. They're allowing this time to sort out what feels like real love to them, unconditional love of self. They're allowing this to cause them to stand tall, to be proud of who they've become, even with the uncertainty here. So even in periods of disconnect or distance, they still feel this love despite all odds. And that's bringing them closer to you, or at least leaving the connection viable. What can we see for the biggest challenge for the feminines? 5 of Wands and this 10 of Swords, the rock bottom card again. So the challenge is knowing what to do and what not to do right now so that it doesn't perpetuate the rock bottom. The 5 of Wands we already saw. I think it was the first card out. Yeah, the divine feminine's making changes in their lives. Living situation, jobs, friends, lovers, anything that they're eliminating, mindset, beliefs, fears that you won't come forward. All of this stuff is the biggest challenge, is there's so much uncertainty and flux. It lights my fire, knowing that despite all odds, again, you are the one that lights their fire. You are the one that is passionate in their heart. You're their preference. You're the best one, I just heard. And that's the challenge, because there's so much flux and uncertainty. What is the solution? Hanging on, and the High Priestess, the knowing, holding space, being balanced, not closing the door, staying open. It's not the same as waiting. Waiting is where we put the brakes on everything and we wallow. That's what we kind of think of in waiting. But allowing what will be to be is a different type of energy. It's a slight shift, and that's what I'm seeing here. Higher love, knowing that this is the best. So divine feminines are open with mercy, humility, compassion to how this connection has taught them the higher love. And this continues to be the advice here, divine feminine, is stay in that and stay open, trusting this is the grand plan. So for those in the comments that comment things like, I can't forgive my person, why does this feel like a cruel trick? You're in attachment. You need to let go of that and start counting the blessings and let go of that person. Because if someone has literally done horrific things or blatantly done things to put boundaries or push you away, let them do that. Even if they're coming from wounding, you have to let them do that and own it and work their way out of it, or it will always be, you know, a dastardly attachment cycle. So just let people come into their own. If you exemplify this kind of balanced divine feminines, what will be will be. Likely it is with the person you're watching this video for, but at the same time it may not be. And that is important to know, that you won't be set back from this foundation. What you've learned with the person you're watching this video for will be supportive for your next relationship if this person's not coming back. But don't close off thinking that this person that you're watching this for is the best that you will ever be with or have, because either they have to come back in a higher version of themselves ready for more, or you need to leave room for somebody else to come in. Trust in a higher power that whatever ends up happening here, the best is yet to come, and get out of scarcity, divine feminines. You have done so much work and you do have this foundation, but this is a card of scarcity. So the advice here is to remain neutral, stay balanced, utilize mercy, humility, compassion, and just stay open to what will come in the name of higher love. So this love has not been a trick. It's been a necessary rite of passage for you to understand what real love is and that you deserve it. So keep going with it. What is the direction in the next few weeks? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the World. So divine timing is going to close out this cycle for everyone. I keep getting February 13th for this annual cycle. And so, yeah, stay with it. There are things coming in. I love love. So be in your happy place right now and keep focusing on this criteria of this otherworldly higher love. Let's get an advice card for the masculines watching this. Can we see 44, self-sustaining systems, fluidity and abundance? We are still coming into our own abundance. So divine masculines, this is the time for you to work on passion projects, your gifts, your talents, earning a living based on your skill set, what you do. So what do you do when you take a day off? Or what do you want to be doing full time? Divine masculines, what do you enjoy? Is there a way to make money at doing the things that you totally enjoy? Can you shift your mindset from, you know, the things you'll do when you're retired or the things you'll do when you get vacation? Can you look at what those things are, divine masculines, and begin to bring some fluidity to that, bring more of it in, and not compartmentalize that off into leisure time? Can you make your life more of that in some way? Can you balance out? This is your grace period to begin to do that more. 22, 33, and 44. What can we see for the feminines? We get heart wave resonator, ecstasy, rapture, flux, and amplification. So yeah, divine feminines, you are speeding up. You would be noticing so many changes happening right now in your lives, divine feminines, and that is truly bringing in the next level things. So regardless, actually it's more proof. If you're not in a committed love relationship right now and it's not flowing in that direction, it's more of a proof that all the changes happening in your life right now are for this answer to prayer of what you've been asking for. I'm shuffling this deck for some reason. So what does the whole twin collective need to know in the near future here? Princess of Pentacles. So yeah, this is just showing up, continuing to be present, making one step at a time, staying neutral. It's not a be-all end-all. Everything happening right now will result in where we're all going. It just might not be evident at this point. So stay open. Don't be in absolutes. If there is any message of the last few months, it has been designed to kind of stall the pace. There's been like this astrological slowing so that we understand where we're going and so that we get out of absolutes. The duality is going to be removed. I keep seeing a vision of the angel and devil on our shoulders being blown off in February 13th, and we're coming out of duality into more unity consciousness, into more flow. And so don't tell yourself absolutes. That's one of the biggest indicators. If you can stay balanced, Keep the door open for this person, but stay open to everything else that's also coming for you. All the changes, all of the blessing, all the abundance. That's the new alignment. So we're going to have an easier time of it coming up, but do not tell yourself absolutes. Nothing is set in stone. We're going into mastery. And so this means fully living without conditions, without attachments, and with flowing with things. Obviously, that does not mean not having boundaries. That does not mean putting up with yucky behavior. That means loving yourself enough to know the difference between what is good for you and what isn't, and to keep going towards that. So many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.